The girl held a man's shirt in her arms and breathed in the scent greedily, because the shirt belonged to the man she'd secretly liked for so long. But Jenny never expected, right when she was lost in the moment, he happened to walk in. Hearing the sound, Jenny froze and slowly turned her head. The air seemed to stop moving. Finally, she set the shirt down, quietly returned to her seat, pretending nothing had happened. Jack, who saw it all, just stood there in shock. Soon, the workday was over. After everyone left, Jack opened a window to relax. But just then, he caught sight of Jenny walking away. A boy suddenly ran up to her. Watching the two of them, Jack thought to himself, if that boy were his younger self, they might have looked perfect together. Of course, he knew it was only his imagination. What Jack didn't know was that Jenny's feelings had always been for him. When Jenny got home later, she remembered what happened with the shirt, and her cheeks flushed red. That day, while clearing the table, Jenny found a phone a customer left behind. Jack quickly grabbed it and rushed outside, but the customer was already far away on a bike. Jack sighed, thinking he'd just have to wait for the owner to come back. Then Jenny suddenly snatched the phone and sprinted after them. Jack stood frozen, stunned. He had never seen a girl run so fast. What he didn't know was that Jenny had been the track team star in high school, until one day during training, she injured her ankle. Since then, she quit the team. It was during those painful days that she first met Jack, but he never knew that part. Jenny quickly caught up to the customer and returned the phone. When she came back victorious, Jack was just about to praise her, but the next second, Jenny collapsed, clutching her ankle in pain. Seeing this, Jack panicked. He brought his car around, ready to take her to the hospital, but before getting in, he hesitated. Jenny couldn't move at all. How was he supposed to get her inside? After a long pause to calm himself, Jack carefully lifted Jenny into the car. At her request, they went to the hospital she usually went to for her ankle. Since the doctor already knew her well, he simply asked her to take off her socks. Jenny didn't think much of it, but when she reached for her socks, she noticed Jack staring at her legs, eyes wide open. Jenny quickly reassured him that she was fine and told him to go back to the shop. Realizing his mistake, Jack nodded and hurried off. After he left, the doctor chuckled and asked Jenny if she just didn't want anyone to see her injury. Jenny stayed quiet. It wasn't anyone, she just didn't want Jack to see. After her ankle was wrapped up, she asked for leave to rest at home. As she walked out, she glanced through the window and saw Jack's figure. Her heart filled with a deep reluctance to part. That night in bed, Jenny couldn't sleep. The moment Jack had held her by the waist kept replaying in her mind. Just thinking about it made her face burn red, and right when she could no longer hold back her emotions, her phone suddenly rang. It was an unfamiliar number. Jenny picked up, and to her surprise, it was Jack's voice. Though he only said a few words of concern, Jenny was so flustered she forgot how to reply. By the end, she couldn't even remember what he said. Looking at that strange yet familiar number, she felt dazed. Then she slowly saved the contact, manager. At that moment, she remembered a game she had played with coworkers earlier that day. They each shared the things that made their hearts flutter. Jenny had mentioned a pink sunflower, a cat with white gloves, and sandals with ribbons. But deep down, she knew the one who truly made her heart race was Jack. During her days resting at home, Jenny grew restless. She thought about going to the convenience store. She glanced at Jack's number. He had told her to call if she ever needed anything. But after thinking for a long time, she still didn't have the courage to dial. What she didn't expect was, just as she stepped outside, the very figure she had missed so much appeared right in front of her.